Hey guys, welcome back. I'm really excited today because I'm going to be showing you how to get this super sultry evening look using all Il Makiage products. I had such a good time creating this look for you guys and I really hope you guys enjoy. Good morning. It's really early, but I woke up, I'm ready for the day, and I'm going to do look 2 from my full face of Il Makiage makeup tutorial. Does that just make sense? It's too early. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of an evening sort of look. The first look I demonstrated for you guys was my everyday makeup look with a touch of blue mascara for a pop. So today I'm going to show you guys something that is really kind of dramatic. Well, in comparison to the first one at least. Okay guys, so the very first step that we're going to be doing, just like in my last tutorial, is doing our brows very first. I'm the sort of person that has to have my brows on and done before I do anything else, before I do the base, before I do my eyes, everything. I don't know if you're the same, but for the purposes of this video, that's what we're going to do first. I have a spoolie right here and I'm just gonna brush up my eyebrow hairs since I was asleep and they definitely kind of shifted around. So we want them all just kind of up and ready. Keep that spoolie at hand because it's good for blending throughout. The next thing I'm gonna go in with is Il Makiage's brow pen. This one is in the shade Truffles. I love this because it's super thin and precise. You can really get into all those small little areas with this pencil tip. So we're just gonna go in and draw a line underneath the brow, then draw a line above the brow, and then we're just gonna fill in. And then we're going to draw almost these sparse, tiny little hairs in the very front. Okay, so those are the brows filled in. I'm going to apply some brow gel off camera. Okay, now that we've done our eyebrows, we're looking cute. We're gonna put on the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless Base Smoothing Primer. This primer is so amazing. It really does what it says. It looks like that. It comes out clear. And we're just gonna put it around the areas where I feel like my pores show the most. Those areas would probably be around the nose, just T-zone areas. I'm just gonna use my fingertips for this because I feel like that's the best to sort of get it into the face. Now that we've applied our primer, we're going to go in with foundation. In my previous tutorial, I didn't use any foundation because I wanted to show you guys more of an everyday sort of look that you can still wear and rock your breakouts and your scars for any skin type, really. But today I'm gonna show you more of an evening look. Sometimes you may want to wear foundation and you want to just go all out, and I definitely have those days as well. This is a look for one of those days. The foundation I'm going to go in with is the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation in shade 040. The good thing about Il Makiage's foundations is that, one, you can take a color matching quiz online that will match you to your perfect shade before buying, and that makes it so much easier to shop online and actually be happy with the product that you receive. The second thing that they do to make sure you're happy with your shade is try before you buy. You have 14 days of trial with the product, so you can decide on whether you like it and want to keep it or not after those 14 days, which I think is so convenient and amazing. I'm going to be using this 100 foundation blending brush. It's just a fluffy sort of brush. I'm not that used to using foundation brushes. I usually use sponges, so we're gonna see how it is today. I'm kind of excited to try it out. Okay, it's on there, and we're just gonna stipple. I do have pimple patches on, just 2, because I got a couple of breakouts overnight that I just want to keep protected and away from any makeup today, just so that they heal really nice. I really love this shade. I think it's so close to my face, my actual skin tone. Power Match Quiz actually did such a good job finding the right shade for me. I'm so happy with it. Okay, I think that's good for the foundation application. I really love the finish of this foundation. It's already drying down, but it's not drying down super duper matte. It's almost like a really dewy, natural matte finish, which really feels skin-like in its texture. It's really comfortable. It doesn't feel like I have a lot of makeup on my face. The next thing we're gonna gonna do is go in with concealer to highlight certain areas of the face. The concealer that we're gonna be going in with is the I'm Flawless concealer. This is the multi-use perfecting concealer, and this one is in the shade 2, which is a super light shade. So we're just gonna do a triangle under each of the eyes and then a little exclamation point on the nose. Cute, right? So first I'm gonna blend out the light concealer, and then I'm actually going to add some dark as well. You can do it with any concealer shade you wish. I'm going to be using a mix of a few different concealers I own for the dark parts. And if you need to apply more concealer and layer on, feel free to do so as well. Before my concealer creases at all, we're gonna go in with the transparent loose powder. This one's so beautiful and velvety. It has an amazing scent as well, which I really appreciate. I am only setting my triangle zone, if you can call it that. The rest of the face is already mattified, so there's really no need to set it all. So that looks good. The next thing we're gonna do is baking, and I'll see you after I apply that. Now that we have the bake on, we can finally proceed into the eye makeup and doing some eyeshadow. The bake is also really going to help with catching any loose eyeshadow that might fall onto your cheek. It's gonna be really easy to swipe away because you applied that safety net. So I'm going in with this Color Boss Squad multi-dimensional eye color quad in Game Changer. I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade here. I believe this is 959 Newsflash, and I'm gonna go in with a little fluffy brush here as well. We're kind of gonna create a diffused sort of cat eye look for this. I'm not really sure what I'm going for yet. I'm just gonna have fun with it and see what I create. What I like about these shadows is that they're super buildable. If you come in with a heavy hand, there's no problem at all. It's super easy to blend and fix that. So now that we have our cat eye sort of diffused out eyeshadow, we're gonna go in with a little bit of this dark bronzy shade, which is called 980 Endgame, and I'm gonna use my finger for maximum color payoff here, and I'm just gonna pat it on the eyelid. I'm gonna go back in with this brush, not adding any extra product onto it, just with the excess product from the diffused out cat eye thing we just did. I'm just gonna blend what I added with my fingertips. We're gonna blend it up and out to meet with what we did before, so everything has a seamless application here. Now we cannot neglect the bottoms of our eyes, and I haven't forgotten, I promise. What I'm gonna do for that is I'm going to mix these two top shades, Shopaholic and Entourage, on the back of my hand to create kind of like a light bronzy shade, and I'm going to apply that very close to my waterline and then diffuse a little bit, but not bring it down all the way. I like using sparkly shades on that part of the eye. I think it kind of makes it pop and makes you look more youthful. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the darkest shade again, Newsflash, just on the bottom outer corners of the eye. Just a tiny touch of this because it is quite dark. So that's what it's looking like. Now we're gonna bring some light to the eyes by adding my favorite product, this beautiful highlighter. This is the Il Makiage Light Purple Highlighter Dust. This is so beautiful. It's so iridescent and sparkly, and I honestly love this product. I'm just going to be applying this to the tear ducts and a little bit under the brow as well. Now that we have the shadow all applied, we're gonna curl the lashes with my favorite Il Makiage eyelash curler. I love the indent of this curler. It's perfect for getting into the contour of the eye. Make sure while you're curling your lashes up not to pull at them. We're just slightly pressing and angling our wrist up so that we can do a curling motion, if that makes sense. But never ever tugging the lash You never want to pull, nothing of the sort, okay? So now that my lashes are curled, we're gonna go in with some liner here. This is the Longwear eye pencil in the shade Oreo. We're going to be lining my upper and inner waterline and also doing a tiny little wing. I'm going to have to line my waterline off camera because it's a little bit difficult. Our upper waterline is now lined. Can't you see a huge difference? Like, it really makes the eyes pop. And now we're gonna go in and just draw a little tiny wing on each corner of the eye. It doesn't have to be a great, immense wing, just something little to make the eyes even more elongated. That's looking really nice. I'm really loving how blown out and, you know, lifted everything is looking. You can also put liner on the inner corner to create kind of a fox eye effect, or even on the bottom waterline if you really want your eyes to pop. But I think I'm going to stop here on the eyeliner and we're gonna head straight into mascara. I'm gonna be using the Il Makiage High Volume and Intense Curl Mascara. This is in the black shade. We're not doing any blue mascara today, which I'm really sad about because I did have a lot of fun last time with the blue mascara, but today we're just going for good old black mascara. Making sure to coat every single lash is super important when applying mascara, at least to me, and if it helps you, you can apply upwards and also downwards to make sure you're getting the tops of your lashes and not just the inside, if that makes sense. And don't worry if you're a little messy with this, you can always wait until it dries and spoolie off the excess that has gotten onto your lids. Okay guys, so before we go on to the bottom lashes, we're going to be using the trick that I showed you guys in my last tutorial as well. You're gonna let your lashes dry down a little tiny bit, but before they dry down completely, you're gonna use your two little pointer fingers here, kind of curve them like this, and curl up your lashes with them. We're also going to be doing the bottom lashes. Now our mascara is all applied. The eye makeup is actually finished. I think it looks really beautiful, really sophisticated. I would definitely wear this on a night out. Now we're gonna go in with our fluffy brush right here, and we're going to be wiping off this bake that we've had on for quite some time now. And I'm not actually seeing that much fallout, so I don't think the eyeshadows really fell onto the cheeks at all, which is a great thing actually. But even if it did, we had our safety net. We were smart. Now for highlight on the nose, which is a very important point, we're going to be using that same kind of highlight shade from this palette. This is shade 964 Entourage, and we're just going to be drawing a little exclamation point on the nose, nothing too serious, and then we're going to be blending it out with our fingertips. Before we go on to blush, I'm gonna draw on my signature mole that I draw on every single day. And now, before we move on to the last step, which is lips, we're gonna be applying some blush onto the face. This is the Mineral Baked Blush in the shade Lady Marmalade, which is a really nice rosy sort of shade with some sheen to it. I'm just gonna be applying it all over, kind of more centered on the apples of the cheeks, but also going on and blending onto the nose, and a little bit on the forehead and chin as well. We're looking super cute and rosy, and we're on to our last step, which is lips. I'm so excited to be coming to the last step and being able to tie this whole beautiful look together. The first thing that we're going to be doing is going in with the Il Makiage Waterproof Lip Liner in Vintage. This is my holy grail lip liner right now. It's actually so good and it matches my lip color so well. So we're going to be lining and kind of filling in the lips a little bit before we go in with lipstick. So now that we have our lip liner on, such a pretty color, I almost just want to leave it as is, but I do have two really pretty lipsticks to show you guys. So we're going to choose one and apply that. I have two of the Infinity Longwear Matte Lip Creams here. This one is in the shade Matte Glow, and this one is Matte Freak. So Glow is more of a red orangey tone, which I personally think would go really, really well with this look, and I love colors like this on my complexion, so I think it would be really nice. And then Freak looks like this. It's more of a mauve-y, pinky shade, which I also really like. I think it would look good with this look as well. But for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna go in with Glow. And because this is matte, I am gonna be really specific and precise about where I'm applying it, and also blending and diffusing the edges with my fingers. Okay guys, so we've applied our lipstick. I'm absolutely loving this look. I look so flawless right now. The foundation has given me such a nice complexion. So I'm just gonna brush out my hair and I'll show you guys the finished look. Okay guys, so here is the final evening look that I've created using all Il Makiage products. I hope you really enjoyed watching this tutorial and had fun and maybe even learned a thing or two from this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have the loveliest of lovely days. Bye bye.